Yeah, so we're going to be looking at a Neco past question. This is 2020 objective question. We'll look at the objectives first, and maybe later on we can look at the theory. And we're going to look at some of the questions. And there is first question says safety wear that protects the head. This is basic technology. Uh, the basic technology, which is also affiliated with design and technology as well. So, in preparation for junior Neco. So, a safety wear that protects the head in a workshop is a helmet, and it's not uh, a shield, neither is it a glove, apron, or boot. So, number two, the hand tool that does not require oiling before storage is a mallet, and you can also pick a screwdriver depending. If it's a wooden mallet, you would not need to oil. The question is not too straightforward, but at least you would know it's either a mallet or it's a screwdriver. Basically, because screwdrivers, um, it depends also, but being that they are also metallic, you might just have to maybe for mallet. Once it's a wooden mallet, there's no need for you to oil it. Okay. So I'll apply lubrication basically. So we have here the chain. A chain drive is applicable to the following, except so cranes are not part of it. So bicycles can use chain drive. Grinding machines, uh, motorcycles, and motor vehicles can make use of chain drives, but cranes no way. Then we have here um, diagrams. The diagram below, it's a rack and pinion gear, rack and pinion gear, and it's often it has its own advantages. It's a rack and pinion gear there. So the diagram below represents the diagram below operates what type of motion to what type of, so basically it's for this bench vise here. uh, it's a holding device, so it uses rotary motion, which is it converts rotary motion into linear motion. Converts rotary motion into linear motion. This is an example of a symbol of a door in a building plan. So it represents a door in a building plan, and this symbol here represents concrete in a building, in a building plan or a building drawing. So which of these can be used in cleaning by number 8? So this can be used in cleaning cuts in a workshop. So cotton wool applied with everything can be used to clean cuts. And we also have here, say number 9, a conventional rescue operation equipment includes the following, except wheelbarrow. You do not need a wheelbarrow. You don't need a wheelbarrow for conventional rescue operation. For ambulances, stretchers, ladders, and wheelchairs can be necessary or can be used. We have here also number 10, which of the following is not a benefit of technology to mankind? And it's suicide bombing. It's of no benefit in that area. Why would one want to kill himself using bombs or something? So there's no benefit to mankind if you are a suicide bomber. And when it has to do with using technology like a bomb. Now, the rather if bombs could be converted into can be used to dig up or blast rocks, and minerals could be extracted in that process. So number 11, the item contained in a first aid box that helps kill germs around a wound is iodine. It's not methyl spirit, it's iodine. It's used to kill germs. Methyl spirit can be very, very, very harsh. Uh, it's can very, very harsh. So that's why iodine is always used rather than using methyl spirit. So the answer here was picked wrongly. So it's 11. My 11 is iodine. So number 12. Which of the following a is not a type of file cut? It's supposed to be which of the following is a type of file cut, and the only type of file cut here is a wraps, and a wraps is an example of a file cut. That's what it's supposed to mean there. Which of the following is an example of a foul cut? Then number 3, the most suitable metal used for manufacturing aircraft body is aluminium. It's aluminium, and the material of aluminium that actually is used to build the body of aircraft, but it's mixed with aluminium, aluminium and some other thing I can't remember again, but I can explain that later on. Then number 14, which part of the large machine holds the workpiece? Which part of the large machine holds the workpiece? Yeah, it's a chock. The chock of the large machine holds the workpiece. And the furnace used for producing cast iron is a coupler furnace. It's a coupler furnace. And number 16 question is not too clear. I can't really see it there. And number 17 has the image. So which of the following is not a procedure for board practice? Basically, it's dimensioning of your drawing. It's not required when you're setting up your paper, filling your title block, drawing your title block, and drawing border lines. Basically, so it's dimensioning of your drawing. It's not really yardstick for board practice. So 19, producing drawings using pencils and paper only is known as freehand drawing. So using a paper and a pencil to come up with a sketch, like most of you did while we were trying to come up with so we did in class when we were trying to come up with an idea for a product. Is freehand sketching. So you can freehand sketching just requires using a pencil and a piece of paper. Then number 20 is the angle marked here. It's not really clear. If you're using a protractor and you're looking at it from the left or from the right, depending on the protractor, you would know that this is would be at 60 degrees, but it's not really clear. So 21 says a quadrilateral that has opposite sides and its angles it's not at 90 degrees called is a parallelogram. It's not at 90 degrees, but they are parallel to each other. So for this drawing here, this is an example of an isometric block, and in oblique projection, blocks are drawn parallel to the viewing plane. They are drawn parallel to parallel to the viewing plane. Then which of the following is not an orthographic view? It's perspective. For our front view, left end, or side view, we have plan, we have right end. So it all depends, but perspective is not a part of the view in orthographic drawing. For this type of drawing, this is called one-point perspective, and it's perspective drawing. Which of the following is a function? Which of the following function cannot be performed by the hand tool shown below? Cannot be performed. This one is this particular tool can be used for cutting wires. It can be strictly for nails. It can be used for cutting wires, as the handles are not the handle is not insulated. That's why it can be used for cutting wires. The hand tool drawn below is used to drive in nails, nails, not bolts, not pins, not screws. 28. The process of mounting guards on woodworking machine is to prevent injuries. It's to prevent your body from coming in contact with the hot part of the machine. Many machines are running over time, heat is generated, and some part of the machine is usually hot. So there's a guard that is placed at sides of those at the side of those areas that can be very, very hot. So so it's used to, why they put those guards there is to prevent injuries, fire injuries, or any form of injury that would affect the user. 29 says the process of reducing moisture content in timber is called seasoning. It's seasoning. When you reduce water content in timber, it's seasoning. That's just what seasoning is. So reducing the water content. Normally, when a tree is chopped down, it comes chopped. It's felled. Over 50% of water content is retained by the lumber there, and it has to be either air dried or kinned using artificial method. And now 30 says in production of bookshelf, the following fittings are used for the door, except, so it's a castor. A castor has wheels, has wheels, and it's not, can be used for door fittings or door fittings of a bookshelf. It's not necessary uh, for except if it's gonna be for this bookshelf, to help the bookshelf to move. But for the door of the bookshelf, it's not necessary. After all, the bookshelf door doesn't need wheels to move. It needs, they can use catches, handles, hinges, and locks. These are the major things you need to come up with a door handle. So that's it. In my next video, you will be looking at maybe the theory part of this question, and that's it. Thank you very much, and bye. So subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Thank you very much.